Hey guys, are you ready to hear a couple more chapters in the Magic Tree House? We're going to be reading chapters 7 and 8 today. And just to kind of recap, in our last two chapters, Jack and Annie realized there's cracks in the mini sub, and there's an octopus above them and a hammerhead shark below them. And chapter 7 is titled Remain Calm. So I'm thinking that is like, no, I think that's going to be hard to do, don't you, in their situation? So we'll see. The shark swam behind the coral. Where did it go? Said Annie, peering out the window. It doesn't matter, said Jack. We have to get to the top. More water's coming in, said Annie. Yeah, I know. Come on, faster, Jack ordered the mini sub. Even more water's coming in, said Annie. Lots more. Jack looked up. The water wasn't dripping now. It was spurting. Oh my goodness. A few seconds, said Jack. Suddenly, the mini sub burst out of the water. It bobbed on the waves like a cork. The ocean sparkled all around it. Safe, shouted Annie. Jack felt the water rising around his bare feet. Not really, he said. Oops, said Annie. The octopus must have made cracks in the bottom, too. The water was up to their ankles now. Jack looked out. He saw the reef in the distance. The sub can make it. It doesn't look that far, he said. Go, said Annie. She pressed one of the steering keys. Suddenly, the screen went blank. What's happening? Said Jack. Annie pressed the key again. Then Jack pressed the other pictures and nothing happened. It's dead, said Annie. Oh, great, said Jack. Now the water was up to their knees. I guess we'll have to swim, said Jack. He took a deep breath. Right, said Annie. It's a good thing we had swimming lessons this summer. Right, said Jack. And it's a bad thing we just saw a shark. Jack quickly found the picture of the shark in the book. He read aloud. If you ever see a shark in the water, don't splash. Swim calmly away. I think that would be hard to do. Jack closed the book. We better do the breaststroke, said Annie, so we won't splash. Yep, and stay close, said Jack. Very close, said Annie. Her eyes were wide, but she remained very calm. Jack took a deep breath. He tried to be calm too. He calmly took off his glasses. He calmly put them and the book into his pack. He calmly put his pack on his back, and Annie opened the hatch. Be calm, Annie said. She slipped out of the mini sub. Help, Jack said calmly. He held his nose. Then he calmly lowered himself into the ocean. Ooh. I think that would be so scary. And guys, look back there at the back of the picture where their treehouse is. It's a long way away, isn't it? I think I would be staying calm, determined to get back to the shore. You can't freak out in a time like that. You got to stay calm. Chapter 8, swim for your life. Well, that don't sound very calm, does it? Jack moved his arms slowly. He moved his legs slowly. He gently pushed the water out of his way as he did the breaststroke. Calm, he told himself. Annie swam beside him. They headed for the reef. All was calm. Then Jack saw something out of the corner of his eye. A dark fin was zigzagging through the water. It was headed towards them. Jack wanted to splash. He wanted to yell, but he remembered. Calm. I better not tell Annie, he thought. She'll stay calmer if she doesn't know. He began to swim faster, then faster. Annie swam faster too. They both swam as fast and as calmly as they could. Sometimes Annie went even faster than Jack, which made him swim faster and faster. Jack was so scared that he wasn't tired at all. He was swimming for his life and for Annie's life too. He didn't look back to see if the shark was still there. He didn't want to know. He just kept his eye on the treehouse in the distance, and he kept swimming. Jack and Annie swam and swam and swam. It took forever for the treehouse to get just a little closer. Jack realized the reef was farther away than he had thought. He kept swimming, but his arms and legs felt heavy. Annie was struggling too. Float, she said, float. Jack and Annie turned onto their backs. They floated the way they had learned in swimming class. We'll just rest for a minute, Jack thought. Then we'll keep going. But the more Jack floated, the more tired he felt. Soon, he was too tired even to float. He started to sink. Then he felt something. His heart stopped. Something pushed at him in the water. It was slippery and alive. Had the hammerhead caught up with them? Jack shut his eyes and waited for the worst. He waited and waited. Finally, he opened his eyes. In front of him was a shiny gray head, a dolphin's head. The dolphin pushed Jack with its nose. It made happy clicking sounds. Hooray! Cried Annie. Jack looked over at her. She was clinging to the fin of another dolphin. Her dolphin was moving through the water. Jack grabbed the fin of his dolphin. Then the two dolphins swam smoothly through the water, pulling Jack and Annie towards the reef. Man, that is awesome, isn't it? Aren't they so lucky that those dolphins showed up? So that's the end of chapter 7 and chapter 8. And what do you think the most important things were that happened? Yeah, that mini sub made it to the surface. They were able to get out into the water. They're swimming for their lives to get back. And they're so very blessed that two sweet dolphins came along to help them get back to the shore. I hope you enjoyed those 2 chapters today, guys. I love you bunches, and I'll see you next time for the last 2 chapters of Dolphins at Daybreak.